Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. So as you might recall, we are 2 tasks down, and we are here to find Olgierd to discuss the third one.
For a herring, crown apiece. Huh? I'll wait for it to drop.
Need to chat.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Need something else?
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I will see to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
Come on, none of this dallying.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give two shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me, and don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go. Come, Witcher. We must talk outside. The Theory believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Barrel. What was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left ample compensation with the innkeep. But it seems the rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a whoreson and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday, someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regret. The wise men of Oxenfurt claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the third.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
Third task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They strip you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
Interesting set of options.
Yeah, I've loved. Can we get to the matter at hand?
Perhaps instead we ought to sit down inside. Have a good chat over some fiery water.
We'll drink once the job's done.
I'm afraid that's impossible. Succeed and that's the end of me. Fail and you'll not be back.
Third wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. Listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that bloom. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
At least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
One drink all I had.
Man, bunch of irresponsible drunken guards stumbling through scripted conversations like that. Right, first things first, let's actually get over to the Von Everett Manor.
Pyre was built of wet wood, barely small.
Apparently we aren't talking with Master Mirror just yet. But we do need to get over to the estate first. Explore the lay of the land. Any more wandering dragons around these parts? No? Alright, well, sadly that signpost does put us near the estate, but just kind of on the opposite end of it from the door. So we're in for a hike. This time at least I can go around the left side of the estate. It's a bit more straightforward over here.
Anyone there?
The hell?
Mighty rusty and covered in creepers. Need another way in.
Kendrick. Kendrick, you there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me off to...
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets. Oh, sweet mother, my little, why'd I ever come here?
Good question. What are you doing here?
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
So you're a thief?
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taken from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but... What was that? One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
Phew. That's a stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You?
Ain't about to wait around. I'm out of here.
Pretty sprawling, this estate.
Good man, that. Knows his limits.
How am I gonna find that rose in this fog? Fresh manure.
Huh. No one's been in this estate for years, but...
Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold.
Black dog?
Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who. What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt. A grave here?
Several graves. And they have a proper mausoleum, too.
Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though.
Doesn't look like that scent trail is going anywhere, either.
Woods rotted completely.
Easel with a good view of the estate. Ooh. Bit of treasure in the corner. What are those? More graves? Yeah, more graves.
Beehives. Well maintained, but dormant. No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back.
Hives, but no bees. And no other animals aside from a creepy black dog and some mist-shrouded figure.
Somebody's still taking care of the place.
And a cat.
I'd scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that? That. Digging. Someone dragged a wounded man through here. Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden.
Looks like the cat was sitting on something.
A lockpick? Must have been the other thieves.
Nuts. Figured it wouldn't be that easy. I suspect someone's digging up a fresh grave. Alright, that gate's broken. So there's only the one way back here. A lot of graves.
Graves, unmarked, laid out in rows like garden beds. Hey. Hear me?
Goes for the silver weapon.
Another thief. Body's mutilated. Who are you? Damn.
Some sort of flesh golem. The Caretaker.
Wait.
Okay, so yeah, this guy's dangerous. Got an area attack. Got a centered area attack. Got some big, bold swings that are very hard to dodge. But on the bright side, he does take a fair amount of damage. The hell? Got some sort of knockback thing. And there are all of these shades he's summoning. I think he's hitting them to regain health. Like, that's why they're going towards him and not me. And why he's intentionally swinging for them. Oh, charge attack. Watch out for that too. Yeah, but what really gets me is that the one standard swing hits immediately in front of himself. And so I have no chance to dodge it. Alright, yeah, definitely gotta watch for that summoning. Dang it. It's summoning all these damn reinforcements. Seriously. Well, you don't do it once, you do it at least 3 times, if you do it at all. Ah, crap. Should have dodged forward. Is he still going? Oh, there he goes. Man. Hard to kill.
What the fuck was that? No eyes or nostrils, deformed organs. Damn thing had no right to be alive.
Well, philosophers do still debate what it means to be alive, exactly.
Normally I'd be shocked, but not after what I just saw. Who are you two?
Clearly not animals. Think of us as friends of the house.
What about this thing? What can you tell me? Friend of yours?
We called him the Caretaker.
Doesn't look like any creature I've ever seen. Where'd it come from?
From very far away. He was summoned to guard Lady Iris and the home. He tended the garden, took care of unwanted guests.
Very far away. Meaning where exactly?
The name of this place would mean naught to you.
What's with the show? The pretense that you're animals. You couldn't have warned me?
No. We're obliged to maintain discretion.
So why talk to me at all?
Why? Well, we get so few chances to talk to humans, and we're curious to know what brought you.
Gonna need a better answer than that.
Later.
You know the master of the house, the owner?
Olgierd von Everec? Yes. We know him, but he left, and his wife became mistress of the house.
Great. So, Lady von Everec home? Could you announce me, say she has a guest?
Why do you wish to see her?
I'm here to get the violet rose Olgierd gave Iris just before he left.
Iris is inside, in the bedchamber upstairs. Take his key. It opens the rear door.
Guess I'll make my own introductions. So, how should I address you?
As you did now. We'd rather keep our names to ourselves.
Nice. A unique weapon.
guess thieves tried to lower the statue with ropes, but something scared them off.
Something, yeah. Somehow I get the feeling that Iris is not in the best condition to receive guests, so to speak. But I suppose we'll see for ourselves.
A hairbrush. Floral ornamentation. Pretty.
And apparently some sort of quest item. Who knows, though? Alright, looks like that's about it for this upper garden path here.
Another intruder buried by the caretaker. Seeds and bulbs. Someone's still planting flowers.
Apparently the caretaker fully lives up to its name. I mean, it does kill intruders, but it also cares for the garden.
I'm afraid.
Oh dear. Well, at least the beer around here is still good. Staircase is broken. Does not look like I'll be able to use it to get upstairs. Some of the doors appear to be barricaded. And that's the other door out of the building. I guess the caretaker only took care of the garden. The interior was in the care of someone who apparently doesn't live here anymore.
What the hell?
Oh.
Gotta be careful.
Hello there, Iris.
My house.
What the hell was that?
Poltergeist? I'd guess. And it looks like we're picking up some items that belong to Iris from here and there.
All geared as I've never known him. A different man then.
Alright, that's the other door that we couldn't get through. That appears to be the front door. Main staircase might just be intact. Well, we've got some other places down here to explore first.
Tidy, and everything's clean, ready for a meal to be served. Caretaker must still set the table.
Well, I guess he does step inside, just doesn't do too much. Aside from whatever was programmed into him. No, front door is still locked. And I guess that does it for the first floor. Oh, that staircase is gone.
Someone out to stop me.
you say that. Her face is gone in that portrait. I can jump over the obstruction, though. And I believe that was a portrait of Heinrich Himmelfart we just passed. Yeah, that one.
Fire damage. Interesting. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way.
Plenty of books in here, and, you know, a missing roof. But yeah, surprised that there's fire damage in this one corner of the estate. Oh, interesting. Oh. Someone wants us to go somewhere. That wasn't me, by the way. Torch went out on its own. Oh, for crying out loud. What's this about? Oh, she's regaining health from that painting. Alright, looks like I don't need the Erden trap in order to deal damage, at least. Oh, come on. So, is it just me, or has this hallway become endless? Damn it. Man, she's really going for it here. Whoa. Okay, I was going to say that space-time has returned to normal, but all of the paintings are now on fire, and I feel like that's a little unusual as well.
Bedchamber. Iris was supposed to be here.
I get the feeling Iris still is here. But first of all...
Lovely couple.
Little portable version of the one we found in the hallway. Alright, let's see what's on the bed.
Gotta be her. Damn it.
You wish to see her? Here she is.
A man should frame his wishes carefully. It forestalls disappointment.
This some sick joke. Why didn't you tell me she was dead right away?
You didn't ask.
And why hasn't anyone buried her?
We can't. As for the caretaker, the one you cut down, while still alive, she ordered him to stay away from her for all time.
How did she die? Don't see any wounds, evidence of a fight.
Her heart burst.
Meaning what? A heart attack?
No, it simply burst.
Find that hard to believe.
Yet that's precisely what happened. One day Iris locked the front door, lay down here and died. From grief, from loneliness.
And apparently she mummified.
The deeper I get into this, the more I gotta wonder. Why are you even helping me?
We were summoned to serve Iris von Everec. Our mistress died, but that did not free us from her service.
Got it. You want to leave this place, leave these bodies?
Surprised?
No, not at all. Her ghost's restless, angry, attacks intruders. Know why?
Lady von Everec has endured much hardship. She's unaccustomed to guests and not fond of strange folk.
She can't hear us.
Seems I gotta speak to Iris's ghost.
It's no easy task to contact the mistress. Rage and bitterness fill her.
Got my ways. To make contact with Iris, I gotta bury her body. But that caretaker's macabre little cemetery won't do. Too much blood, too much fear.
She spent much time in the front garden.
Maybe there.
Wait. Take this key. It opens the front door.
Good dog.
Not a dog. Alright, but yeah, so the game jumps us to the front door. And I suspect that spot with the easel on it is an especially beloved spot.
She liked to sit here, but this is not a good place for a grave.
Too close to the house.
I'll keep searching.
Plenty of cobblestones, too. Hard to dig.
Iris von Everec adored flowers.
But she would never want to destroy them.
All right, I'll dig the grave somewhere else.
Yeah, here we go.
This place seems suitable.
Yes, she loved to paint.
Did Iris von Everec have any last requests? Say how she wanted her remains disposed of?
She feared death, worried none would see to her burial or say a kind word in parting.
Guess I'll be the one to do that.
But I talk about her positive traits.
Can't say much about Iris von Everec, but I do know I like her paintings. It's a shame her art couldn't bring her greater comfort. At times, fate muddles our path, and life turns toilsome, hard to bear. Yet all deserve respite and peace in death. Your name's inscribed in this sketchbook. Perhaps you'd like it to be buried with you.
Yeah, which things does she still like?
You two, got any last words for your mistress?
We don't partake in human rituals.
Trusting that what you've done is in keeping with your customs.
The remains are interred. Let's summon her. Tormented spirit, I've laid your bones to rest. Forget your wrath, forget your grief. Show yourself.
Yeah, I avoided talking about Olgierd because I suspect she doesn't quite like him anymore.
Forgive me for tearing you from your realm. I need to ask you. Should I follow you? All right.
Going full painted world here. And not just painted world.
What is this place?
Impressionist painted world. Because she's secretly Van Gogh.
The Painted World. The work of Iris von Everec.
How'd you two get in here?
We exist in both worlds at once.
Strange place.
One born of Iris von Everec's dreams.
It existed only in her mind while she lived. In death, it gained substance.
Pretty fantastic tale. Hard as hell to believe.
Yet you'd best believe it, and be on your guard. The painted world is rife with danger.
All right, this is lovely and all, but where's Iris?
You awoke her but for a moment. If you wish to speak to her, you must tear her from her slumber completely.
Sure, but how?
You're a tracker, right? Saw you examining the tracks outside.
Yeah, so?
This is a world built of memories blurred and wilting. Moments our mistress wishes to forget, but cannot.
You need to find them, restore them, summon the fears that torment Iris, and destroy them.
Easy to say.
Great place if it wasn't creepy as hell.
Spectres of Olgid and his wife. But why aren't they moving?
This is a memory.
But it's incomplete, blurred. You must peer closely and restore it.
Pieces of tableware for an afternoon tea or breakfast. Painting palette. The spirit from the steppe. Read often, well worn.
A riddle stuck in sleep.
Perfect match.
Alright, and I suppose Olgierd's reading.
Perfect match.
We should get a dog. Or a dog and a cat. Even better. When the rain comes, the dog will warm my feet and the cat will play with a ball of yarn by the fire. What do you think? Are you even listening?
Apologies, dear. Had my mind on my book.
Is it that terribly absorbing?
Yes, terribly. Know what? Let's go inside.
Why? It's lovely out here. The birds singing, the bees buzzing. Blissful, really.
Sorry, dear. I feel unwell. I'll go in. You stay a while longer.
Ah, hell. Bees. Luckily, we know how to deal with bees. Just a little fire.
What is that? Another memory?
No, a nightmare.
A fear embodied, which sooner or later you will have to confront.
Lovely. Well, Olgierd looked to be in better shape in the past, though. Not nearly so many scars on his scalp. Nuts. Oh, for crying out loud. He auto-targeted the monster, not the swarm of bees. And the monster's running away. Damn it. Alright. Quick repair job on the silver sword. Steel sword's still doing fine. Haven't fought many humans recently, I guess. There they go. And for some reason the bees can still sting you even as you're killing them.
Tattered decorations for a special occasion. Another memory. Wine cup, just like the one Olgierd's holding. A wedding veil?
Guess we should give the other cup to Iris.
Perfect match.
Your health, my dear wife.
And yours, my husband.
In my land, custom calls that newlyweds be greeted with bread and salt. But we're alone for now.
I need none but you. Oh, if only this moment could last forever.
I shall see what I can do. But come in and see our home.
Gladly, but I know this sounds silly, yet the house has sat empty for so long, and I'm...
Afraid of spiders? I know. I swept them all up and tossed them in the garden.
My knight, you've seen to everything.
And yeah, those are the nightmares then. Giant spiders.
Ah, damn it all.
Really giant spiders. And lots of them. Get over here.
Same figure.
Huh. Alright, well at least those spider monster nightmares.
Stench.
At least they don't have too many hit points. Not when my sword's fully charged up anyway. But yeah, so the impression I get is that Olgierd was destitute, and his love was engaged to another man because he was destitute. And then he cried a curse on the Ophiri prince. And that is when Gaunter O'Dim showed up to give an answer to all his problems, the only condition being to kill his brother in order to earn his wife.
Another dream of the past. Bet this one's incomplete too.
So Olgierd did so.
A lavish feast, trying to impress the guests. Silver thread, pearls. It all must have cost a fortune. Just a little different than the painting. Castel Rebello. A Toussaint wine. Expensive.
Ah, there's the painting. Okay, so we need to make the reality resemble the painting exactly. That means we need to ignite some of these candles.
Seen this hairbrush. It was in bad shape in the real world.
We need to light some of these candelabras, but not all of them.
These were lit in the painting, but that's not all.
Alright, also lit the room up pretty nicely. But there's something else. Hasn't been done yet. Ah, the fireplace.
My darling, is everything all right? You seem pale, out of sorts.
Everything's fine, really. But why don't you tell me how you fare? I'm ever so happy to see you. Except, why didn't Grandmama and Grandpapa come?
It's a long, rugged journey. Muddy.
They still refuse to meet me. Is that it? And what's this?
We brought some of Iris's things. Her favorite brush, her cherished doll, and this for you.
Banknotes.
We paid off your debts, bought them out, to avoid bringing shame to the family.
So nice of Mama and Papa to remember me.
Olgierd. Now you see his true nature? I warned you before the wedding. A ruffian and a boor who keeps the company of bandits. Are you not afraid to live under one roof with that rabble?
It's a bit hard to tell, but I believe...
So let's follow him.
I believe that was the rebel. She was indeed a bit nervous to be living with a bunch of bandits. And incidentally, now that I've leveled up, yeah, it's a regular weapon, but not quite as good as my Viper equipment. And yes, also Viper armor, which you might recall I collected off of what do you call them? The auction house. Yeah, I finally got enough levels to wear it, so I'm wearing it. Now I can see. Alright. Oh, giant bear in the corner. Hopefully it's gonna stay stuffed. They don't always. Nothing much under the stairs.
Don't like this place.
At least it's in better condition than the real house. Although admittedly I'm not sure how much comfort that offers.
The bedchamber.
Okay. New scene here.
Towel stained with blood. Wick's almost gone. Blood stains. Someone washed their hands, then wiped them dry on that towel.
Guess I should put the towel back.
What time is it?
It's late. Sleep.
Up all night in your study again, I see. What have you got on your hands?
Nothing. Got a bit dirty, that's it.
Is that blood? Have you hurt yourself?
Ink stains. I was writing letters. I shall go to Oxenfurt soon. Perhaps you'd come with me.
Oh, that's a marvellous idea. A trip would do us both so much good.
Then it's decided. Now, time for bed. I'm exhausted.
I shan't fall asleep now. It's out of the question. Come, I shall finish your portrait.
Another blurred memory.
The portrait in question, looks like.
Fresh, as if someone just rinsed it. She painted Olgierd, but the details are off. Living Tableau's missing something. Living Tableau's gotta look just like the painting.
Alright.
Still not right.
Couldn't quite see where everything was, so just gotta memorize their positions. Grapes, goblet, fruit.
Living Tableau. This goes here. Fits, I think. Maybe on this side. Finally, just like the picture.
Smile a bit wider.
Like this?
You were meant to smile, not bare your teeth. No, still wrong. Smile like you did when Papa agreed we could marry. Please? You're useless. I can tell something's bothering you.
I've a bit of work I should see to.
Again? Olgierd, we agreed not to keep any secrets from one another. We promised.
Forgive me. I don't wish to discuss this.
Olgierd. Olgierd!
So whatever sort of arrangement Olgierd had with Gaunter, it appears that he was not fond of it. And he spent some time trying to undo it. Damn it. Yeah, undoing it instead of spending that time with his wife. Okay, there's the last one. There we go. Alright, I think this was the burned room.
Master von Everett's study. Here he immersed himself in the arcane arts.
It's no good when the,
Pentagrams here to bind summoned beings. Lines aren't all clear, though. Need chalk to fix them. Then I can set out the candles. Chalk. Manor was depressingly gloomy in the winter.
Yeah, if Olgierd is a spellcaster, that does explain a few things.
Beeswax candles. Blood pacts. Or on foreign presences. A tome about parleying with demons.
Visitants, spirits, inhabiting the flesh of the host. Well, that explains the caretaker and the two pets. They all must be...
Black magic. That should do it. Now for the candles.
Alright, the book explained this.
What about this? Not even a fizzle.
Luckily, there's no harm in getting it wrong.
How about this?
Come back! We must talk!
Go away. I wish to be alone.
Not this time! Come out at once!
Leave me be. I merely want to work in peace.
Marriage isn't going so well. Might be related to why he is upset with Gaunter O'Dim. I imagine Iris must be standing just outside the door even now, because this is supposed to be her memories.
Udiano feos. Soba camisa piada. Soba camisa e barasas. What other spell must I use, damn it? I've tried them all. I wish to end our pact. I summon thee!
Gaunter O'Dim does not answer summons.
Damn it! Fire! In here, quickly! The flames! Douse the flames!
I did not expect that.
Smack in the middle of a raging blizzard. Gotta find shelter. Get inside.
Okay, so apparently we are jumping from fire in the middle of summer to the estate in the middle of winter. Oh, there's that figure again, indicating this little spot underneath.
Olgierd, Iris, and her father.
I missed this the first couple of times, by the way, so there was a bit of a jump cut.
So this is when he started smoking. A beer tankard, but there was vodka in it. Drained to the last drop.
Other guy's holding something up.
Probably not right. So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings.
There we go.
Probably not right.
Should be something else around here then. Ah.
A marriage contract between Iris and Olgierd.
Oh, this isn't a good sign.
Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point, Father. My patience runs thin.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
You vowed to remain with me till death do us part.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgierd I married is no more.
Breaking a word once given does not come that easy. Believe me. You shall stay here, forever.
Enough! You will not command us. You will...
Father! Father! No!
Servants, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
Then Von Everett ceased to be human.
Though he still loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
Well, now what?
I remember. We spent much time together here, the three of us.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
You do the rest.
Caretaker in the corner here.
Animal hair. Claw scratches. Small bowl. For soup, maybe? A large clay bowl. A platter.
I get it.
There we go.
Large bowl for the dog, small bowl for the cat.
Think this was yours. Single place setting. No others on the table.
And then the food platter for the caretaker, who is presenting it to Iris.
Perfect match. You actually ate from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those two are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you, care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
I feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Olgierd von Everett failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everett's greatest fear.
Well, that's great to hear.
dearest wife, letters from Olgierd to Iris. Were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade, especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd.
So we've caught up to the Violet Rose, at least. But now we appear to be surrounded. Yeah. Iris's greatest fear is Olgierd von Everec. And now we are surrounded by him. And I will say that earlier we had the chance to fight the real Olgierd. When we encountered him at the Burning Manor, if we had been a bit too hasty about asking why the one guy was being executed,
As lifeless and boring as a bone.
we could have encountered Olgierd and fought him one-on-one. He has a unique fighting style and is an extremely hard opponent. And we would have discovered that he was immortal because we would have run him through ourselves. However, we did not miss too much content by failing to attack him in that moment, because now we are fighting several Olgierd von Everecs, who use the exact same fighting style and are just as difficult to fight. Well, I say just as difficult, but each time we've encountered an additional Olgierd, they become that much harder. Like, the last version of Olgierd here is significantly more difficult than the first version. And only the last one is as tough as the real Olgierd. But yeah, he also does have the somewhat magic combat stance. The real one, I mean. So yeah, that would have also been an opportunity to discover that he is in fact a magic user. Not just playing it being one, but is in actuality a magic user. And yeah, his sword glows red. That's when you know he's attacking you with a unblockable. However, he can be parried if you know when to parry him. And overall, the fight is easier than the one against the real von Everec.
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
At least we woke her up.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
You still care?
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gaunter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both. Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson. as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
Well, sure enough, there it goes. Luckily, it wasn't in a hurry to disappear. But here we are back in reality. Painting is still here. Or I should say the canvas at any rate. But yeah, so ends the tale of Iris von Everec.